Yale Sterling professor and Nobel Prize winning economist Robert Shiller discussed the housing market and real estate prices. He said that things are getting more expensive if you are trying to buy a house, and it's 10 consecutive months of the accelerating prices. One should be a little worried about this. It looks like 2003 again. This is not a market that collapses overnight. It's less short run volatile than the stock market, but we are seeing price increases, says Robert. Now, that hasn't quite been realized since those years just before the financial crisis. The low interest rates are part of it. People are driven by narratives and it changes the market sentiment. Market sentiment is a good word. We have had some interesting profit that some people have made. We think of Bitcoin, which people thought had collapsed, and then it's back, and then it's trouble again. But these are attracting a kind of general retail crowd who is suddenly interested in. They have more time on their hands, some of them because the pandemic. They are thinking about repositioning themselves because of recent fears. It doesn't map one to one into a clear explanation of why the market is doing what it is now, but it is some kind of irrational exuberance. People are having fun and they will as long as prices keep going up. When we talk about housing prices, we have lived through that correction that was only within the last 15 years. We are going to have another one of these, adds up Robert. People don't seem to be hedging against the future price increases. There's a certain liability of attention. We tend to pay attention to what other people are paying attention to. So, in the housing market, we are paying attention to maybe the demand side. There's also the supply side. You can see that in lumber prices, for example. The builders might be building to profit from these high prices now, but it has not happened yet. It will happen eventually. But we created our futures market at the CME 15 years ago to help builders make more rational decisions, says Robert. So Robert says that our futures market is now predicting big increases over the next year or more, but it's not certain and people have a sense of risk. It would have been better if they used the future markets more than they have been. So it sounds like even in a year from now, if you are looking to buy a home and you are saying right now it's too crazy, it's too crowded, too many people are looking and they are going too quickly a year from now. It doesn't sound like the situation is going to really improve at all. There's a lot of momentum in the futures market. There's a little momentum in the stock market. It's talked about a lot, but it's much weaker than the momentum in the housing market, and that weaker momentum eventually carries us into a different situation. So home prices are likely to be higher for another year or two, and they will bring in a supply response and they'll come back down. Not overnight, but enough to cause some pain. It's not the same bubble as 2006 to 7. Every bubble is different, but is this a bubble? It has aspects of a bubble to it. There's excitement and people are talking. Some people are bidding way more than the asking price, and that becomes a narrative or a story. So it has a certain amount of excitement in it. It's different though because it's related to the psychology of the pandemic which hasn't quite left us. So according to Robert, it's a little bit like in the flu epidemic of 1918. It had a second wave. It didn't disappear until after 1919, but then we had the roaring 20s. Now Robert says that it kind of reminds him of the spirit that ended after World War II. For example, there was a spending spree by people. They were jubilant, the war is over. They were taking what they call victory vacations, and we are kind of in that mood again as we are coming out of the pandemic. So it's not the same as 2003, it could be stronger. We have better protections, we have better supervision of lenders. So it's clear if we should be worried about 2007 to 8 happening again, but it is disquieting. That's why people might want to hedge their housing risk. When we talk about hedging their housing risk, it means looking out across the country because it's a different scenario playing out in certain areas here in the US. When you look at specific regions, the regions that have seen the biggest increase over the last 14 to 16 months was Phoenix, and home prices have gone up 20% in 1 year. That's a very big change. You see it in San Diego. There's a whole listing of these. The weakest city is Chicago, but even Chicago went up 9% in just last year. Robert concludes that these are quite strong numbers and they will continue for a while. people have to consider that when they are thinking about making changes in their housing situation. So guys, here is the end of this video. I would like to know your thoughts about the housing market and your current housing situation. Also, if you want more such videos, then smash hard that red subscribe button and press that notification bell. Also like this video. I'll catch you in my next amazing video. Till then, have fun.